It's Workout Wednesday.
Workout Wednesday.
And we're going to get after
Stability. What the heck are we getting after with stability?
Yeah.
So stability is another word for control. The foundations of good muscular fitness are mobility, stability, and strength. And we like to work on those things in that order. You need good mobility to have good stability. You need good mobility and stability to have good, safe strength. So think of it like a pyramid where mobility is at the base of the pyramid. That's your foundation. And then stability is a very important aspect in the middle. And then strength is at the top of the pyramid. So I like to see people work on stabilization on stable surfaces. If you can't hold yourself in good control on a stable surface, it doesn't make a lot of sense to introduce unstable surfaces. Right? So how do we know if you're stable on a stable surface? Well, we can do things like single leg balancing.
How can you hold yourself?
And if you can accomplish that up to 30 seconds in that single leg balance, then it's reasonable to move on to something that introduces instability. If you can't hold yourself for 30 seconds, then perhaps we can rest very lightly a toe on a bench or a stair and practice in that position. Or, yes, holding on to something, right, to make that more doable. And then over time, spending a little less time relying on that balancing aid. So we can also do planks as a stability exercise.
You know, I want to interject a little bit here that you will feel a little shaky, and that's not an indication that you're weak.
Right. Embrace the wiggle, because your single foot is sending lots of good information to your brain. So if you can't do a plank and hold that for 30 seconds, can you do a modification, right? Do a knee plank for 30 seconds and work up to spending some more time here. Right. But that holding, that control, with really good posture, stable shoulders, bracing your core, holding your legs steady, having that control is going to translate to great results with your strength over time.
Yeah, and demonstrating when you get good control over something more stable. That's why we use a BOSU, because it's flippable, both sides up. You could do a plank on an unstable surface. So as I said before, shaking is going to be part of it. Muscle burning is a great indication your muscles are warm and working.
Joint pain, however, is something that might indicate that your joint is not stable enough for your muscles to work with something like that. So we're going to try to find modifications to help to stabilize your joint or get a good diagnosis for what's going on in that shoulder joint or that knee joint or your lower back or whatever it is that isn't responding well.
Right, and joints that can be more stable can endure more, and they keep everything in check when you are moving through your day. So
and through your workouts.
Yeah, and through your workouts. Yeah, so start where you are, and then sometimes when you step away from this type of exercise, you might have to go back to the groundwork, but it quickly builds up if you just do it.
She's onto something.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
See you next time, Workout Wednesday.